Hi, I'm Camila. Most people always assume that I come from a Spanish-speaking country full of diverse and equality, but in fact, they're right. Every year on September 15th, we Hispanics like to celebrate our own culture and diversity when it comes to equality, justice, and the traditions that play an important role in our traditional Hispanic environment, and today I would like to point out a few reasons on why we celebrate something called Hispanic Heritage Month every year running from September 15th until October 15th. Hispanics, just like me, annually observe this traditional Heritage Month every year on September 15th, running through October 15th of every year regardless. In Spanish language, our heritage in the language is called Mes Nacional de la Herencia Hispana. When we celebrate it annually every year in the United States, we recognize the contributions made to the Hispanic culture and the influence of how each and one of every Hispanics played a role in culture when it comes to our nation's own achievements, diversity, and history. Oftentimes, our Heritage Month is a time where the U.S. Army gathers and honor both fallen and active Hispanic Americans who served for the first time or longer in the armed forces. Sources say 61% of Hispanics have been awarded the Medal of Honor, but however, only 2 were presented to the members of the U.S. Navy, while 13 members of the U.S. Marine Corps were awarded the same medal, with a total of 46% of members who served in the military were awarded the same medal as well out of all Hispanics. Today, many towns and cities across the U.S. hold celebrations in honor of our culture, like for example, the El Barrio Latin Jazz Festival in the Bronx, New York is held annually in September to celebrate New York's big population of Hispanics, while the Smithsonian Institution holds many Hispanic Heritage Month celebrations across our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Whether you're Hispanic or not, you can be a part of the celebration too. During the 5 weeks of celebrating our culture, you can attend many events that are held in your city or town, or even better, attend a special assembly in your school to learn about the importance of what the Latino community contributed to our culture and to learn about how us Hispanics expand our diversity to other places in the world. Being involved in these events can make you feel prepared, because especially with Black History Month, people, especially teachers, want students to be encouraged about our history and to learn more and dive deeper into what makes our culture the community is today. I'm proud to be Hispanic, and celebrating diversity and equality will always remain an annual celebration for me every year on the 15th.
Hi, my name is Manuel. I'm from Guatemala, and being Hispanic feels great. Our culture is very important when it comes to special days like these. And throughout the 5 weeks of the Heritage Month, I like to share things about what makes a Hispanic person their ethnicity and why traditions can be an important role in our diverse community. When you think of the word Hispanic, you might picture something in your mind. Great food, and probably a Hispanic gathering. When we were young, bored out of our minds, during the era of when juices became hard to find, especially at a party, we had nowhere to sleep. All we did was sleep for a couple hours on chairs that became uncomfortable with loud music, restless nights at parties when we were forced to stay for another hour after being refused to go home, and even younger cousins in this generation were different, some of them having gold teeth, which people who grew up in the nostalgic era might remember as we reflect from the past and think about what's ahead of our future. But today, all of us who are grown now will eventually forget about these memories, but they won't last for a long time. Our culture as Hispanics have existed for many centuries, and that's why our notable diversity in the world still remains recognizable till this day. When we think of traditions, we think of food, for the most part, and what makes food great in our culture is the tasting and flavor that remains stuck in our heads, which might leave you in a second plate, please? Well, yeah, you basically get the point of it. But anyways, in my personal opinion, like attending gatherings and events during our 5 weeks of celebrating, and my younger siblings who are in school, hold many assemblies for them to be encouraged about what makes our community special and how it plays an important role when we share traditions eventually and what makes them important to our culture, too. Sometimes, on the last day of Hispanic Heritage Month every year, we usually celebrate the end of it by reflecting, and based upon what I shared earlier, I like to write goals and things about what makes a Hispanic person internationally in 2025 and plan ahead of what the future holds for me as a true Hispanic person. To sum things up, people who are not Hispanics should feel engaged, and that's why we are here to help you stay connected with your community and also attend special events in honor of our Heritage Month. I'm proud to be Hispanic, and that's why this channel is dedicated to empower the future and community of our beloved Latin community no matter what it takes to become Hispanic or not. I hope you find whatever I shared useful, and take it as a word to be encouraged and educated about what makes our Hispanic community important and inclusive.